就没有新中国，没有共产党就没有新中国。共产党辛劳为民主，共产党在新救中国。
Hello guys, I'm back again, and I'm going to be playing Rise of the White Sun yet again. This time I'd like to take on a more interesting scenario, specifically the Shanghai Uprising scenario. Now this is a very difficult scenario. I have tried playing this once before, just a little bit, but I can say that it wasn't very successful. Now, this scenario is a little bit unique compared to other ones. For one, it has a lot of kind of interesting features. There's a lot of guerrilla tactics in this scenario. You playing some of these factions, for example, the Communist Party specifically, as well as the Kuomintang and the Green Gang, which I don't have because I don't use Discord. These ones, you have to use a lot of more covert actions and character interactions to really gain some support and be able to build up some forces, which you will use eventually when you have a revolution of some kind. Specifically, the Communists and the GMD or the KMT. These are the ones that are mostly orchestrating a revolution, while the Green Gang and the Warlord government, the local government, are the ones mostly trying to stop it. Now, these are the four factions in this scenario. Again, the Communists, and I will be playing as the Communists because they're the most interesting faction, but they're also the most difficult in this scenario. You also have the Kuomintang, who is the kind of somewhat ally of the Communists. They're also trying to support the uprising in Shanghai, but they want it to be allied with them specifically and not necessarily communist. You also have the Green Gang, which again I don't have. You have to join Discord to get it, and I refuse to join Discord. But maybe I could find the code for this somewhere. But basically this is just the conglomerate of drug dealers and gangsters in the city. It looks pretty interesting. Maybe I'll try it sometime, but for now I'm not really going to bother with it. And lastly, you have the local governor of sorts, representing of the warlords, local warlords of this area. Now, the plot of this is, I believe, in 1927. If you know anything about Chinese history, this is around the time of the so-called White Terror of Shanghai, where the white or anti-communist government of Nanjing in this region basically purged and attacked and killed a lot of the leftist or communist elements in the city. And this was a big moment in communist Chinese history. So if any of you ever studied that, you might have heard of the White Terror of Shanghai before. As I said, we're going to be playing the Communists this time. They are very difficult in this scenario, and there's a lot of different features about them that is kind of difficult to understand, even for me trying to figure out how to play them. But I'm going to give it a go and see how well I do. So let's start here. I'm going to start the game. Okay, December 1st, 1926. The promises of 1911 revolution sadly misfired. The new republic, quickly hijacked by Yuan Shikai into an authoritarian regime, did not survive his death in 1916. For over 10 years, China has been fragmented between greedy warlords while foreign imperialist powers can lay back and enjoy the show. The Chinese Kuomintang, or GMD or KMT party, and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, supported by the USSR, allied in a united front and launched the Northern Expedition to reunify China. The Eastern Rote Army of the National Revolutionary Army, NRA, is approaching the city of Shanghai. So this is my main alliance force. However, I can't rely on them to do all the work for me because basically then I won't play any part in whatever new government setting up. So I need to plan out my own communist uprising, rally the workers, form unions, raise some supporters, get weapons, and then when I have my own kind of power base, I should try to start my revolution before the NRA arrives. They will support me when they arrive, and they'll help me with some of the more difficult aspects of it, but I need to be ready before they get there. Okay. In the city, the Chinese Communists are planning an uprising hand-in-hand with the GMD. However, trust between two parties is rapidly fading. You have at least 15 turns to gain control of the city before the arrival of the NRA, then survive the inevitable struggle for power between the GMD and the CCP. So will end after a potential final confrontation between the GMD and the CCP, or after 20 game turns. So eventually I will have to confront the Kuomintang in Shanghai, and we'll see if I can change history and defeat them. In real life, the white forces, the anti-communist forces, were the ones who won, and they slaughtered all the communists. They slaughtered all the leftist groups, or red groups. So let's start the game and try to organize things. So this guy is member of the Russian Communist Party. He's a Bolshevik supporting Zhou Enlai. Again, if you know anything about Chinese communist history, Zhou Enlai is a fairly important figure in the formation of the People's Republic of China. Him and Mao Zedong were very influential. All right, so let's go through this. I'm not going to be reading this, but let's go through this here. I'll leave it on the screen for a minute if you guys are interested in reading the kind of story. It does have a little bit of story in this game, but only for certain factions and only in some scenarios. Okay, so he's saying we won't have any weapons. Basically, we can recruit followers and basically just masses of people, but they're basically not going to have anything other than sticks and clubs and their own personal fighting prowess and dedication to the communist cause. But beyond that, they're not going to have much to fight with. So we can get a lot of guys, and definitely throwing piles and piles of meat at an enemy will be somewhat effective, depending what the enemy is. I do know once the nationalist forces and the warlords set up, they will have armored units, like for example an armored train and gunboats, and no number of unequipped, unarmed workers is going to defeat an armored train. So you definitely need some weapons eventually. But basically what he's saying, just steal them. So we're going to try to do that, steal them from the local police, local military barracks and stuff like that. Right? Treat us like children, okay. Farewell, comrade. Alright, so what do I need to do now? My mission is organize an uprising. For that purpose, you need to rally the working class to the revolution and create armed units. The main places to start your action are the Party Affair Committee. Okay, that's somewhere in the south. The Shanghai University. The students are also very important for me. The main neighborhoods, so there's a lot of neighborhoods around town, I should get that. And other places, as well as factories. Factories and the factory unions are very important as well. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. First I'll take a look at my 4 characters. I have Zhou Enlai. He's kind of my main character, he's my main leader. He's also my most skilled character. He's the political worker, so he's kind of the propagandist. He's an officer, so he can actually lead and train troops and do a lot of the more useful combat tactics. He's a diplomat, so he can influence other factions and communicate with them, and he's a spy, so he can infiltrate and gather information. So he's definitely my most useful character. After him, I have Zhao Xiyan. Not much I can really say about him. He's quite hardworking, but he's only a unionist. Mainly, I'm going to be using him to go around to different factories and neighborhoods to influence the workers and form unions, things like that. Next, we have Wang Shouha. In real life, this guy was assassinated by the gangsters, the kind of opium gang leaders. Hopefully he won't get assassinated this time, because he's my main terrorist. He's the one who will be launching assassinations, launching terror attacks, and hopefully installing a red terror this time, not a white terror. Last one is Lu Yong. Again, he's a propagandist and more of a theorist. So this is more who should be interacting with the intellectuals of the town, specifically the students, as well as the bourgeois, like the merchants and other people who are more intellectual. Definitely he's useful for that. So I should try to keep these guys sticking to those roles, but again, just using as much of their energy as possible. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to start with Lo. I'm going to send him to the university. So first of all, I want to increase my influence and the power of my cause here. So first of all, I'm just going to start raising political awareness, just to increase my influence a little bit. Good. Again, increasing my influence and increasing the strength of my organization is useful. It doesn't cost anything other than my chi or my energy to do that. So it's useful just building some connection to these areas. So that'll be good, getting some influence there. Who else? Let's send this guy to some of the factories and some of the neighborhood areas. I have a few. This is the city map. This is the whole area of this scenario. It takes place in the city of Shanghai. And all these dots on the map are important areas. Another thing that is interesting about this scenario is for the first several turns, it is turn-based, And you basically just interact with these different districts and characters, trying to build up your revolution. But after you launch the revolution, it becomes a real-time sort of game. So you're working in real time, trying to move your armies and your soldiers, militias around, trying to claim areas or take weapons or anything like that. So for now, I'm just playing turn-based, but eventually we'll switch, and that's when I really have to focus, because that's usually where I end up having some trial problems. All right, here's a few other people here. Kyle Borgen. This is the leader of the Green Gang. I should keep in track of who's who here. The people I need to keep an eye on are mostly these guys here. Let's take a look. Who's actually in here? Now, I want to form some decent relationship with some of these people. I don't know if I should try to get in contact with the gangsters. I basically need a way to get weapons. I'm wondering if the gangsters or maybe some of these low-level Warlord henchmen might be the best ones to actually formulate some kind of arms for my soldiers. Maybe I'll try to talk to the French. I don't know, maybe this guy would be better for that. I would like to get in contact with someone else. Maybe I'll try to get in contact with the French. Maybe they can supply some kind of arms. Who knows? Let's get in touch with them. Why not? Okay, sort of correspondence. I don't know what I can do with him. Maybe I could do something eventually, but it looks like not at the moment. And I would like to get in touch with someone else as well. Let's also get in touch with someone from the Green Gang. This guy, Yue Shang, is the leader of the Green Gang. Let's also get in touch with him as well. Okay, that's good. I just want to open some relations with some of these other characters. I can also look at the influence of different factions. For example, this is the current influence of my group, the Communist Party. You can see I'm mostly focused in the north here. My goal is to really secure the north and also expand into this area across the river. The problem is I'm not really able to cross the river. However, if I can get a good relationship with the Sea Worker Union, as well as these gunboats, the soldiers of the Navy, then hopefully that'll allow me to secure this whole section of the city and really corner the Kuomintang and the nationalist forces down here. Now, more nationalists will also come, more nationalists and Warlord forces will also come from the north as well, so I really need to secure this corridor and block them from being able to meet up with each other. I can see the influence of other factions as well. Green, again, is the influence of these gangs, the opium gangs. Alright, so let's send this guy out here, actually. I'm going to have him try to form some unions in this area, the factories and this district here. Let's create a workers' club. That's good. And recruit a few supporters. You can join the local secret society. That means he's a member of the Green Gang, so he's a member of one of the gangs now. I'm allowed to do that, apparently. They don't really bother me too much. But, oh, he's out of face, so we can actually transfer a little bit of face to him. Let's transfer some face. Good. We'll have him do something else maybe here as well. Let's also get involved at some of these factories. Okay, let's try the factory as well. I really would like this guy to try to focus on this area, work on some of these factories here. This guy as well. Let's send him to the commercial press. Okay, we want to increase the vitality of our union. So the general Shanghai Labor Union is much, much stronger. So let's try to focus on that. Big increase in vitality. And all the other unionists gain 25 influence. I think everybody in my faction is a unionist, so that's really good. Let's also get some more supporters, maybe. Let's get some more money. This guy really needs some money. Oh, $1. 1 coin, that sucks. Okay, let's also try to purge the union of some of these gang members. Alright, so perfect. I am total control of this union. Let's also send him to here as well. Just a commercial press. Yeah, let's send him here. Let's just try to radicalize this organization here. All right, good. So that's good for this turn. Let's go to the next one. All right, so these guys are talking about gaining supporters and also making some kind of alliance with the bourgeois. The bourgeois, I think they mean the Kuomintang, the GMD. The new government just set the defeat of Sun Chongfang as a priority. Warlord is using support of Shanghai's merchants. All right, so basically the warlord in charge of this region is losing support. The current leader of this area is very, very understaffed, and he will be getting support coming soon. So maybe, if possible, I can launch my uprising before they come, but that'll require a lot of work. Weapons. 20 funds. Okay, basically we're going to have to take weapons from the police arsenals. All right. Yang Yeshi. This guy is apparently a problem. I don't actually know who he is. I know he's kind of the main person behind the White Terror, but I don't actually know where he is in this game. Okay. Factories and strikes. When you create a union in a factory and wield enough influence, you can plan a strike. Okay, so that's a good thing too. I really need to start sending some of these guys out to work in some of the factories. I'm going to have this guy again focus on this area. Let's raise some awareness in this factory here. And I would like to create a union. He does need more face and more supporters as well. How can I get more supporters? Not a face. All right, so let's send this guy some more face. Who has quite a lot? That should be enough. All right, you can... Let's get some more supporters here. All right, not bad. Get a few more supporters. Eventually, we can create a union. So I have 6 supporters. Maybe next turn I can create a union with this guy. What else can you do in the meantime? Quite a lot more influence. Okay, not bad. So I want to get some of these bourgeois, like the merchants, on my side as well, just to get a little bit more support from them. If I can get some of these guys in the south to support me as well, that'll help a lot. Let's go the next turn. Alright, some kind of Russian. Alright, asking for money, asking for money. We don't have any money. Ask the bourgeoisie for money. Okay, so I have to make a decision now. I can either cooperate with the Kuomintang, and they have more influence in the party affairs, and they will have more influence in any future provisional government, but I will get a little bit more money per turn. Or they're obstacle to better cooperation, not us. So I can cooperate with them, but they're going to have a lot more influence. I don't know. Am I really short on money? Okay, you know what? I will go with it. I'm going to go with it. Okay, I want these guys to support me as well. Okay, so we're going to set up the provisional government now, and we need to get control over the government as much as possible. Provisional government appears on the map. Send representatives from the organization you control to gain influence in the government. You can now promote citizen assembly in some areas. Influence of all members in your faction within the future government increased by 25%. The influence within the committee increases by 25%, and influence of other members in your faction. Okay, all right, that's good. So now we have some kind of city government, and where is that government here? Right here, okay. So we can try to use our power to basically build up the government and build up our influence on the government. All right, let's actually start working on some of our militia units as well with this guy. So we do have some guns. I'm going to set up some red hit squads here. Let's recruit a few more men as well. 1 man? Oh boy. Yeah, I need to improve my connections in this area. This is not useful. Can you do anything here? Not much. What about this guy? Can you do something? Okay, we can promote the workers club. Let's do this. Create a workers club. This will give me some decent influence. That's not bad. Create secret party cells. Red Terror. Yeah, let's do this. Increase our influence. Let's do another Red Terror. Why not? Alright, let's move on. Okay, enthusiastic worker. This is a great day for China. We've gained full control of the British concession. Okay, great. So we basically took over the whole British section of Shanghai, and there's not much you can do about it. You can organize anti-British meetings in Shanghai factories. That's great. So let's try some of that. Let's do some of the anti-British organizations. Let's have anti-British meeting, yeah. Oh, we can start an uprising phase to reclaim the concessions. Okay, let's try that. We'll try that out. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened? Uh-oh. I think I started this too early. Did I start the uprising way too early? Uh-oh. Can I take guns? Move back here, you fucking bugger. Let's get some rifles. Oh boy, what did I even do here? This is bad news. Alright, so that was a big mistake before. Let's continue on for where I was at before. So you can see I'm still trying to improve my influence here. Let's see, so I need to get this guy to gain some more support in the north and really try to gain a lot more vitality here. So I really need a lot of influence in these factories to be able to have a big uprising. Alright, I do have a union here, so I don't really need the party cells, but let's keep raising awareness, and hopefully we'll get quite a bit of influence in this area. Now let's have this guy keep working at the University of Shanghai. Now I need to get some radicalization as well, if I can. A little bit more influence. Let's try to further radicalize these guys. So, looks like I should be able to get the People's School program, but I need a little bit more money, so I might have to send this guy a bit more money next turn, and maybe he'll be able to set something up at the university. So let's go to the next turn here. Okay, so there was an assassination attempt, it looks like. Loses 2 chi points, so someone may or may not have betrayed him. Okay, here I am again with the British concession. Now, I do not want to try to start the revolution too early. I need to actually build up my forces before I can do it. But I'm going to keep working on this area here. Let's try to, first of all, let's try to buy a gun. Let's have an anti-British meeting at the British here. And we don't want to start the uprising yet. A little bit later we can. Okay, that's pretty good. What else can we do in this area? Let's also have an anti-British meeting here. Alright, so let's try to organize the workers' picket. Alright, so this is another kind of militia unit, and these guys will pop up once the revolution begins. So they haven't started yet. Now I have a little bit of a force here. I can try to recruit a bit more once he's got a few more things. Let's also start up a hit squad so we can do some terror attacks here. And maybe we can actually do some terror attacks in this area. So we need more influence. Let's try to do this. Okay, let's start with promoting Citizen Assembly. A little bit more influence here, and also Red Terror to cut down the influence of anyone else. And let's also send this guy to some of these other northern areas. Do another anti-British meeting here. Where else do I need more support? Let's also get some workers' pickets in this area as well. So now we have another small force here. We can build this one up a little bit as well. Let's get this guy to work on the university. Now he does have enough money. I should be able to start the People's School program. Alright, local people's schools. Okay, so students and professors alike must get actively involved in the education of the working masses. Alright, so basically this is like a propaganda unit, which is nice. And let's also have an anti-British meeting here as well to get more face and more supporters. I want to be doing this a lot because it basically gives me a lot of supporters in every area. Let's promote these guys. This is assembly? Okay, maybe. I do want to get some anti-British meetings somewhere. Plan the uprising. It's good. What can I do in the central government? Make concessions. Alright. Get a little bit more influence here. And somewhere I need to have... Let's actually do this. Introduce to the gang leader. Meeting Grandmaster Huang was not such a difficult task as your reputation precedes you. He received you with great respect. After speaking a few welcoming words, the gangster listened to you a lot and with great attention. Indeed, I can help you, he simply concluded. Of course, you have to repay him for every favor you ask, but Huang's vast network of relationships will greatly help you in your plot. So this is exactly what I need. I need the gangsters to help me out a lot, and they'll help me with information and maybe even with some weapons as well. All right, let's continue on next week. Okay, just talking about my characters. Let's see if this guy can do anything here. Political awareness, alright. Something here. Nothing I can really do in the government building. Not much can be done here either. There's political awareness. Let's actually have this guy see if he can talk to some other groups. I wonder if I can communicate with the French again. Can I do anything with these guys? Looks like not. Oh, he's lost all his face. I guess meeting with the gang leader, he lost all his face to do that, which is unfortunate, because now I pretty much can't do much at all. Oh, well, we'll have him try to go some of these areas and raise a little bit of awareness. This can help at least. Put up some posters. That's good. At least it'll give him a little bit of face. Let's have this guy keep working in this area. Create a union here. Yes, we want a union in this building. In this factory. And let's organize the workers as well here. This will allow us to have a lot of forces in this area. Let's see if we can also get taxes, fund a people's school. I do want to recruit more men for this group. And I'm going to have one of my other units train them. So I'm going to have this guy actually give them a bit of political training. This will make them more ideologically pure, I guess, and give them a bit more morale, which is good. And I'm also going to have this guy work in these areas. So we'll fund the people's school. Give us a lot of influence in the area, which is good. I want to secure this part of the river. And last guy, let's have this guy do something as well. Pick a government member. Get more influence in the central government. Great. And what else can we do? Let's radicalize a little bit. We need to improve our vitality here. Or improve our influence and get rid of some of the corruption in our group. Let's also work on these areas as well. The cotton mills. Where else is he needed? Recruit more men. 55 men, not bad. Let's get a few more troops for this one. Now we have quite a decent amount. And we'll have to train them a little bit more as well. Zhu and Lai is the only one who can actually train units, so he should go around and start training these guys. Okay. Can't go through foreign concessions, can't cross the river. Uprising ends when the side has no troops. Okay. So I need to really secure myself at the moment. Let's have Zhu and Lai go around and try to train some of these groups. So let's first of all have this guy recruit some more men, build up this group here. Let's get quite a large force in this area. Also set up the hit squads, the terror squads here. I'm going to have Zhu and Lai actually train these guys. More training, and also some political training. Give them a bit more morale. Right, not bad. Wang should do something here as well. Definitely needs some more supporters. Let's go for this. He has a lot of face. And this guy, let's have him work in this area. What can he do over here? So I have a lot of influence in these areas. Oh, this is Assembly, Red Terror. Get more influence in the government and a little bit more vitality as well. Let's also institute a Red Terror to cut back on influence of other groups. And we'll have this guy recruit some more men in this area as well. Quite a lot of men. I still have low morale, but we'll maybe get him to do some training later. Can I do anything with one? I can buy a gun. Let's buy a gun. Why not? Well, let's actually get some more information. That's good. Okay, I can even start doing political propaganda next turn. And this guy can work on the university. Anything else he can do up here? Let's create a student union. This is what we really need. Lots of influence and lots of stuff in the university now. We can also pick a government member from the university. That's great. Let's do that. More influence in the central government. What is our influence in the government right now? So we have quite a lot. 60% influence, not bad. But we do need to improve our situation with the troops. We need this university to start pumping out angry students. And we need to secure this area of the river, maybe get the gunboat captain on our side, as well as get these factories producing some war units for us. Okay. Sun Chunfang's position is very weak. Day after day, his troops are losing ground. It's time to organize and give him the final blow. There's no time to lose. Must be further discussed. You're right. Time to open up the regional committee to democratic elections. Strongly reinforce the position of Saudi will be discussed and approved by all the running dogs of the warlords too busy to mess with our Congress. Alright, yes, we need to do that. Okay. Alright, that's good. So what we need to do is start the Congress, I think. Can't do much this turn. Okay. Let's try to purge the Union. Something I can increase the vitality a little bit. Okay, there, that increased the vitality a bit. That's good. Let's do a purge again to boost the vitality up a little bit. We need the Union to be very secure. Anything else we can do? Alright, let's raise some funds as well. This guy needs some money. 1 coin? Oh boy. And you work in the university. What can we do here? He doesn't have enough energy to do much. Maybe we can radicalize a little bit. Some supporters. Let's radicalize. Get a little bit more influence. Okay, we're going to have to go next week. Alright, so the regional committee is started. They gave us a little bit of money, which is not bad. We can maybe buy guns. Just buy guns from who? Nando, Pudong, Zaibei. Where are the districts? Now, I don't actually know what the districts are. How do I actually tell the districts here? Let's see. So I'm not totally sure which district is which. I guess these are Pudong District, Zaibei District, Zhaoxi District, and then there's another one somewhere. This is it, Nando District. So let's get some more informants in Pudong District as well. Right, good. Let's also get some in Nando District. What else can I do here? Can I buy rifles? I don't have enough money, so let's see if we can send this guy a bit of money. Who has quite a lot of money here? Right, this guy has quite a lot of money, so I'm going to send Zhu Enlai some money. And maybe he can actually buy some guns from the gangsters. Can I buy rifles? Don't have enough money. How much is it? 25. It's 25, right? Oh, I didn't validate that. Sorry. Let's do that again. Validate. Forgot about that. Alright, now I should be able to buy some guns. Let's do that. Buy rifles. Great. Good deal. And we should be able to hand out these rifles to some of these groups. Where are some of the larger groups here? So maybe we can hand out some guns for these guys. Here's 100 rifles. Yeah, let's hand some out to these guys. Now, we only have 100 guns, so I'm going to try to spread these out a little bit. Let's give these guys about 20. We'll also give them a little bit of political training, too. Now, is this guy the only one that can actually give out rifles? 200 here. $20 as well. Now, did that go through? Yeah, it did. Okay, perfect. And let's also give this group, this is the largest group, I think. The Toyota factory. Let's give these guys some rifles as well. These guys quite a lot. Maybe just give them everything I have left. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, now we're armed. We can hopefully do something. What can I do here? Get more influence from this area. A little bit more influence. Anything else I can really do here? Try buying a gun again. Oof. Under 50%. Maybe if I can get it up there, I can do something in this area. Now, what can he do? Something with the university. Let's see if we can get some anti-imperialist reliance. Be good. Get a good amount of face, influence, and vitality. That's great for this group. Boycott Japanese goods. This will be quite nice as well. Maybe next turn I can do this. In the meantime, let's try to do something else. Can you do anything anywhere else? Maybe in the central government. Well, let's try to get more influence in the central government. That'll be good. A little more vitality and influence. Now, you, what can you do here? Now, we need to get some more connections in this area. We have decent influence. We need to get more. Create union. What a union here. Alright, let's try to raise political awareness here. Not much. Workers' militia, this is what we really need, but I need more supporters. Who can send me supporters? Looks like nobody at the time. So let's try to recruit some supporters for the moment. A few, and how many do I need? I need 25. So let's just do recruit supporters a few times. So I have enough. Maybe next turn I'll be able to start the workers' militia here. Let's end the turn. Li Baozhang's troops are leaving Shanghai, but as to whether they're fleeing or being sent to fight the National Revolutionary Army, can't tell. It's been said that Zhang Zongcheng's Shandong army about to take over the defense of the city. Zhang is known to be brutal, ruthless warlord, and I still don't know who will be appointed to command on his behalf. I feel the worst. Inouye is still too far from Shanghai to assist in any insurrection. What's more, I have good hope to convince Li Baosheng to join our side. Alright, we should try to work on this guy then. Okay, alright, let's try to work on that. So, we'll try to get some kind of connection with one of these other characters. Now, where's that guy they mentioned? I think this guy, Li Baosheng, is the local commander, so let's actually try to get in touch with him and see if we can do something with him. This guy's no supporters, so we can't do much. Try to get some supporters. This guy really needs 2 supporters, for real. Okay, this guy needs something. He needs some energy to do something. Can I put propaganda posters? No one wants to listen to him. Alright, let's get this guy doing something here. Now, I think he can... Okay, quite a lot of influence there. Revolutionary taxes. Citizens assembly, that's good. Alright, that's good. Influence the provisional government, that's great. Let's also raise some taxes. Get a good amount of money, so quite a lot of money. Let's also get some supporters here as well. Decent amount of supporters. And improve our influence a little bit as well. Alright, now I need this guy to be working out here. Now I'm going to send him to the workers' mill, and let's get a militia going here as well. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's improve this group, recruit a few more men. And I might have this guy give them some political training. You can also recruit some supporters as well. Alright, now what can this guy do? University of Shanghai moved over here. Oh, why did it move? Do I have enough? Oh, I don't have enough energy to boycott Japanese goods. Damn, I shouldn't have done anything with him. Let's try to do something in some of these other areas. Create secret cells. This will be good. Alright, we're going to have to move on to the next turn. This is Green Gang guy. Okay, so I can join this Green Gang. I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest. Any friends both the Chinese Shanghai and the French concession, none of your men will be detained for long if they're arrested. I'll tell you what, I'll even have my disciples help organize the workers. Exchange your promise. The opium trade will not be touched if you ever take power in Shanghai. Okay, I'm going to go with it. So he may or may not assassinate me in that case. That's not great. But, you know, if we could try our best with that. Let's create a workers' club here as well. Create a union. Great. Getting more unions in these areas is what I really need. Now, who else? I need this guy to boycott the Japanese goods. Oh, okay, so no one was interested in it. That's a shame. Lost a lot of face just trying to do that. Okay, can I actually get some more influence here? Try to bribe. A little bit more intelligence, okay. Some more political propaganda. I still don't have enough to do much else here. Alright, looks like I'm pretty secure in these areas. Let's get a citizen assembly going. Improve the vitality in this commune. Let's also buy a gun. Another gun. Alright, and Junlai. What can he do? Let's get him to do something here. Plan the uprising a little bit. Get a bit more influence in this area. We'll also get him to work in some of these areas as well. Some assembly. No one cares about propaganda. I really need to get my Union forces more focused. Okay, they have a fleet and an armored train. Now I definitely need to wait for the Revolutionary Army to deal with it. Okay, this armored train is a big problem. They are crewed by White Russian mercenaries, so they will not surrender and they won't change size. The train can be blocked. The railway station will be used as a trap. As time goes by, thirst and lack of ammunition will cripple their resistance. They'll be tough opponents, but the fate will be sealed once we control the rest of the city. So basically we need to ignore them, but we can maybe block them in somehow. Okay, 2 or 3 days they could be here. We must be ready to launch an uprising any time now. Coordinate action with the army. Okay, now the HQ of the NRA army is going to arrive soon. Tally score by HQ represents the advance of the NRA. If 100% units from the army will be able to participate in the fight. Okay, so let's try to have a general strike. Okay, so this is going to be a problem with Zhang Jieshi. When he arrives, it's going to be a big problem for me. So he's quite close here. Let's try to delay his advance a little bit. Stop this guy from arriving yet, and hopefully get a little bit more influence here. We need these guys to work on some of these areas a little bit more. The government. Okay, now let's try to get some of these. Explosives workshop. We need energy and supporters. We don't have enough for that. Let's work on this one. Get a little bit more influence in the committee. I have quite a lot. I should be able to do quite a bit, but we'll have to wait till next turn for that. So this guy, what else can he do? How much does it cost to make the explosive workshop? So 5, he has enough money for that. He needs a few more supporters. He doesn't have quite enough. Let's actually get one of these guys to send him some supporters. This guy's quite a lot, so we'll have him send Zhu and Lai some supporters. Okay, he can keep working with the university. Let's also create an anti-Christian alliance. That'll be good. Alright, that hurts my connections with certain people, but I don't care about that. Alright, we need to keep working in the north here. Get some more influence in this area. Get a union going here. And this guy, keep working in this region. Let's also have him work on the Sea Federation. Get more influence in this area. Maybe create a union there next turn. Okay, the British Navy shelled Nanjing. They used the pretext of disorder and looting cities' imperialist concessions to massacre Chinese people. We can't just sit and let this slaughter happen. Set a course of action. Okay, so what can we say? Let's organize a general strike. For actions of British boycott, a general strike, and anti-British meeting are available. Or we can strike limit to those working for the British is the solution. Okay, let's do a limited strike. That'll be good. What does this guy say? Oh, my relations with foreign powers are too bad, so I may get attacked. Follow party line. Alright, so we need to be careful. You may be offered the choice to reclaim the foreign concessions. Don't even try it. Unless you're a bored veteran player, you should decline to find other ways to earn victory points. Getting foreign concessions in Shanghai is insanely difficult. In fact, as far as I know, nobody managed to succeed. So, yeah, I definitely failed last time. I accidentally did it. But we do want to have the anti-British meeting, so that'll get me a lot of supporters. So let's have everybody do this. Let's actually have this guy do some anti-British meetings. Get a lot of supporters for that. I need supporters very, very badly. Let's have him do it in a few different areas. Where else can he do that? Propaganda office. That's good. I need that. Get some more face for him as well. Anything else you can do? Okay, he's still quite far away. We're not going to get here anytime soon. Let's have another anti-British meeting in the Nando district. Oh, only a few supporters. Not much influence there. Okay, this guy needs some supporters as well. Let's have an anti-British meeting. Okay, what else can we do here? Let's work on these soldiers. Get a few more soldiers here. And have some of these guys, give them a bit of morale boost. We'll have this guy go around and give all of these guys a bit of morale. These guys are okay. Who else needs some support? These guys need some morale boost as well. And one more group. Let's get these guys too. The Toyota factory. A little bit of a morale boost as well. These are my best trained and best armed forces, so I definitely need to get some stuff going on here. Let's also have an anti-British meeting here as well. No, we do not want to reclaim the concession. I learned my lesson from last time. Okay, what else can we do here? Not much I really need to do over there. Okay, let's try to focus on some of these other northern districts. For example, right here. We need some more influence in this area, so let's try to form the People's School. Decent amount of influence here. We can have this guy do that as well. And also promote the Citizen Assembly, get a little bit more influence here. And what else can we do? Let's keep doing that. Anti-British, that'll be great. I get a lot of supporters for that, so it's great to do that as much as possible for this turn. Let's also have him do it in the factory here. Definitely want to have a lot of anti-British sentiment in the British factory. Alright, great. That gives all my guys a lot of support, which is excellent, excellent. You can see the support for my faction is quite big across the whole city. Compared to these guys is much, much more. So hopefully that'll translate to a bit more success when the revolution actually comes. Alright, what happens? A single soldier of the Warlords inside the Olive Town finally did about the words and action by Shanghai and our commander in Shanghai are clearly hostile. He declared that his first task is to disarm civilians, restore order, and put an end to any strike. The general even told Western reporters China does not want communism, but instead seeks to create wealth. Okay, so that's not great. Okay, that's not great. We need to be able to do something here. Let's see what else we can do. Now, the GMD is in control of the city. Government Wuhan Central Committee of the Communist Party don't seem to fully understand what's going on here in Shanghai. We can no longer pretend that Zhang Jianxi is not a dangerous rightist. Reactionary. Comrades, we are at a terrible crossroads. Should we follow priorities and risk being wiped out by Zhang Jianxi's reactionary mobs, or should we take control of events and change our destiny? Many soldiers of Sui Yue, 1st Division, have sympathies with our ideas. Bai Shengxi knows this and has ordered them to move away from Shanghai tomorrow. If we are to act, it's now or never. Sui Yue, who commands 1st Division, said he is ready to arrest counter-revolutionary Zhang Jianxi. Okay, let's not attack the concessions. Let's try. Why not go for it? Start new uprising. Okay, we're going to go for the uprising now. So as soon as I click this, it's going to switch to uprising mode, and that is totally different. Hopefully we'll be able to be successful, but let's go. Okay, against the orders of the party, the Comintern, the government, whatever. Who cares? We are the party now. Let's do it. Uh-oh, so we were betrayed by this guy. That's terrible, but we got to get going here. Let's claim these precincts. Okay, so this is how the game kind of works at this time. Let's send these forces over. Okay, we need to get these guys in here. How do I even move these? You go over here as well. Okay, I don't know. This is a little bit difficult to move some of these guys around. Why can't I move here? Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, I got a big force coming through here. Let's take some guns. And try to take some of these areas over here. Looks like the Japanese are joining in. Oh, this is the international settlement. That's why I can't go there. So I'm a little bit limited on where I can actually go with these guys. That's unfortunate. Okay, so, oops. Looks like I've lost some of my troops. I do have a decent force in this area. We'll try to move in here. These guys join this area too. Alright, looks like I'm in big trouble now. I think I've lost the revolution here. So it looks like not much is going to be happening at the moment. Alright lads, I think the revolution is over. It looks like I can't do much here. And I can't even get across the river, so too bad about that. Alright. Okay, it looks like game over here. I think I failed in this. How many points do I have? 3 points. 95 points. Winning the power struggle, minor victory. I think I failed this phase of the revolution. Looks like I'm not going to be able to succeed here. Well, we'll try to defend this as best we can. Looks like he's going to send some troops across the river. This is my last position here. Okay. Failure to succeed in the revolution. So too bad. Captures are sought without trial, often without even interrogation. Any young people with short western haircut would be well advised to stay out of the streets. Crackdown on opponents will continue unabated in the coming weeks. Rebels will definitely think twice before provoking their anger again. Oh boy, too bad. Alright, so game over. Looks like I'm going to end with a draw, but this was a big failure. The Uprising failed, but at least everyone's still alive. Yeah, too bad. So all I managed to get were a few points. I got 1 point for having at least 1,000 men in the militias, and I got 2 points for controlling the labor union, I believe. Do I have it? Yes, I have 2 points for that. And I have controlled the provisional government? No, because I lost that battle with the first. So a big failure here. Maybe I'll try again next time. Definitely need to think about my strategy a little bit more and probably not jump the gun too much. Or maybe even try the Uprising a little bit earlier. You can see playing with the communists is very difficult. You have to really build up a lot of your support and do it very quickly too. I think I probably would have had more success if I'd launched the Uprising earlier rather than wait till the NRA forces arrived. Once they arrived, they had a huge number of forces in the city. Probably if I could have got a Uprising done fairly quickly, I would have been able to secure control over the city and then secure myself in advance of the army arriving. So that would have been a much stronger position. Oh well, maybe I'll try again another time with this. But in the meantime, I think it was pretty interesting to try a game like this. And if you want to see more of Rise of the White Sun, I'd love to make some further videos on this kind of content. This is a pretty interesting scenario, despite the fact that I didn't win. I managed to salvage a draw, but this is a pretty pathetic draw. Really, really flimsy kind of situation. I basically consider this a loss. But either way, guys, I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everyone.